Greetings. I trust you are well and you had a lovely day. So, welcome to my channels. If you're on YouTube, you can just like and subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. So, I'll encourage you to like and subscribe so that in future you're able to receive other recordings and you'll receive notifications. And if you're on my other socials, that is Instagram and Facebook, I'll just encourage you to share this. And you can also tag your friends. It's a lovely topic that I'm talking about, which is mindful eating. And most of us, we struggle from it. So I encourage you to participate and just share with others. Who am I? I'm transformation coach Mashudu. I'm also a negative emotional therapy practitioner and a credit repair coach. And yesterday, if you missed the session where I was talking about debt management, so do look into that and listen, and you might find that there's some nuggets that you're gonna learn on that. So I encourage you to participate and also be involved and also share what you have learned and say hi. Say hi as you're coming through as well. So what is mindful eating? Most of us we suffer from having issues with eating, and I'm one of them. I've had most of my life had issues with eating because I didn't know better. And what causes one to be an emotional eater? It could be your conditioning, how you were raised, what were the issues when you were growing up, and also we tend to use eating as to suppress our emotions, to suppress how we are feeling. We could be suppressing our sadness as well. So because we are bored, or because we are just tired, or because we are stressed, or because we are lonely, and the stresses of life catching up with us. So it could be because of that. That is why you are having eating disorders, and eating disorders can be that you don't eat well or you overeat. So you can be anorexic, that is someone who eats and then they they don't eat and they just become thinner and thinner. And some people eat and then they take out the food because that is how they're numbing the pain. And other people they numb the pain through alcohol, through being busy, through sex, or anything that you're overdoing it which you feel like is not normal. And as well it could be fear. And what causes that? It could be how you grew up, what you saw from your caregivers, and what were the issues in terms of that. And it could be the main stresses, your traumas, and it could be your negative emotions and your beliefs on being told I'm not good enough. And throughout the day people were telling you you're not beautiful, you're not handsome, you're not good enough. And for you just to suppress because it's something that you have done, you go and do something because you cannot be yourself anymore, and that also affects you. And being a negative emotional therapy practitioner also help you to understand your patterns and what is making you to feel that way, so that we understand the root cause. Because there's the moment for one to heal, for one to transform, and for one to grow, you need to understand what are the root causes. And that is what I do in terms of my coaching techniques. Because when you know the causes and what is the root cause, it's easy, and then you can see even in your body, because everything that happens to us we store it in our body. So we create, because we've got what we call a mind body connection. So we've got neurons, we've got atoms, got molecules. So we create that path. And you might be someone who's scared of cockroaches or snake, and then when you think of a snake, where do you feel it? And you might say, yeah, I feel it in my tummy, I feel it in my toes, because of that part. So we store everything that we go through in our bodies. And why do people overeat, or numb their pain? Could be their stresses as well, could be psychological issues that they have, and they've never learned to deal with them. And now there's beauty with technology and having access to knowledge, because we're in the knowledge era. So one is able to go and see a psychologist, can go and see a coach and start understanding what are their patterns, so that they can change those patterns. And today also I brought some snacks, and these are lovely. I'll just share on this topic. They're really amazing. And when I did my research, I realized all of them, all this, that is the almonds, the orange, and the pineapple, they all boost your immune system, and they are quite healthy. And in terms of boosting system, if you look at the pineapple, it's good for your health, it's good for your mind, it's also good for your bones. Like if someone, you're a Capricorn, I'm a Capricorn, and mostly we've got issues with our bones as well. It's in our nature. So if you're a Capricorn, just check. It's part of being born during when they what is it, the universe, they were aligned. So you find that you are prone to bone issues, and that is me. And when I look at this just balances. And then the almond is quite good. It's for protein, and as well it's for your immune system, and it's also for your skin health and your bone and your teeth and your heart, and it also lowers cholesterol. So it's quite important also you look at the food that you're eating, what are the benefits as well. And the pineapple helps with digestion and also with sinuses. Today I woke up, I think, because we're in the spring, the weather is changing. I was having some sinuses, and I was saying, will I be able to do this live? And I'm able to. And then the narki as well is, it's, they call it an aphrodisiac. It's quite amazing as well, and it's good for arthritis. It's good for our kidneys as well, and also to regulate your high blood pressure. So coming back to mindful eating, I mentioned what are the causes? It could be your for you to soothe your negative emotions because of what you are suppressing, which are the traumas which come through because of major life events, the traumas you're going through, and the challenges that you're going through. And you can get help. So go and speak to a psychologist, to a therapist. You can also come to me. Like for me, I used to sell a certain product because I'm a network marketer. And there before, I used to say you lose weight after a certain time. But since I've started being a coach and understanding the psychology that people, they normally gain weight, because people normally gain weight, like you gain weight or cellulite, just to say to the world, don't look at me, I don't want to look attractive, so I want to numb my pains, because that is your coping mechanism. And then I've learned I can't sell that product because I'm showing integrity unless I help the person to understand what makes them gain weight, what makes them to be an emotional eater or someone who don't eat. So for me, it's about working on your mindset, healing your mindset, and healing the patterns so that we change the patterns and the behaviors, because we are not our behavior, it's something that you have learned throughout. So when we have addressed that, I will able to recommend the product, because now we have worked on your mindset. You're fine, we've improved your consciousness, you have dealt with your trauma, you have dealt with your emotions. Then it's easier to allow the products to help you to fast track in terms of you losing the weight. And also whilst you're doing that, you'll also be able to learn about the effects of food, how it affects you, listening to your body, because daily our body is talking to us. We might be in the same house, and in the house we drink milk or we eat meat, and myself, when I get to the meat, my body reacts, but I just eat it because it's food that is there in the house. And we need to listen to our bodies and not harm ourselves, because when I eat, everyone will be fine, we finish the meal, but it will be me who will be dealing with the consequences in the evening. So listen to your body is very powerful. So that is why, as I said, I cannot recommend a product to someone unless I've dealt with their negative issues, root cause of why they're gaining weight, why they're numbing it. So it's to do that, then I can recommend and help them. And also whilst they educating them about their state, food, how food affects them, and for them to be better human beings. So when one has already dealt with their emotional eating, there are good benefits, because you look amazing, you look handsome, you look sexy, you feel that confident, you feel that freedom, you feel energetic as well, and you're alert as well. And it's easier to move around. For me, there are days I don't go to gym, I'll just do yoga. And before I even go to the shower daily, I do few exercises like high jumps, I do stretches, I also do squats. So that is just to allow myself to activate my system, because I would have slept. Because when we sleep, our body through a lot so goes through a lot of growth and also a lot of healing. And then when you wake up, you need to awaken the organs. And also for me, it's drinking herbal teas, and herbal teas are amazing. They are quite amazing. So if you haven't heard about the herbal teas I'm selling, so this is one of them. It's called the Goddess Herbal Tea. It's it's all about, it helps you to rejuvenate, support, and protect your womb. But what I've heard lately as well, someone says they want another one because they sleep better. Someone says it helps them to manage what they eat. It's like it suppresses them, suppress their eating. They don't feel, and they feel good as well. Some, if you've got water retention, because it has got about eight ingredients, which are different herbal teas that are mixed, you will react differently to it. And then some said it makes them go to the loo often, because at times, if we're not eating healthy, we're not exercising, we have got what we call water retention, and you find that it will make you do that. Another lady said, no, it's your tea. I don't want to drink it. It makes me go to the loo often, but it's just nature. And health, because it comes from nature to help you to be better. And then some, it has helped them. There was one client of mine said she had to do what we call pap smear, that is checking your womb area twice a year. So imagine the cost involved in that. So now, since she started taking the tea, she went to see the doctor, and the doctor went like, what did you do? And it's helping her to improve. Some had body pain. Some, it's, I would say, I'll call it easy for zonke in a way, from what I'm hearing, because daily I'm hearing different testimonies and feedback. So coming back to herbal tea, so also Google that. And if you need more about the herbal tea, let me know, so you can send me a message. You can order on 0605086165, and this one is about 222. We're busy with the website so that it's easier. And then there's another one which is called the Nourishing Herbal Tea. It helps with heavy and crampy periods. So if you've got issues with periods and crampy, so do reach out. This one is 159. So you can reach me on 0605086165 to order. So you can call, or you can send a WhatsApp on those. So coming back to what we're talking about, mindful eating. So one of the things that is quite important is to read labels and to do research in terms of what you're eating, and to address the issues that are making you to gain weight as well. And also understand food. Like, I remember I did a retreat, and on the retreat, I mentioned most of the time we were eating fruits and nuts. So I added nuts because some people were not used to fasting. And then they were like, this is the food that we're eating. The first day it was chaos, but the second day they were energetic, they felt so different, and they carried on, and they were no longer complaining. Because it's quite important that we eat we eat, what is it, plant-based food. Like we have seen in January, most people in January, because they want to set goals, they want to achieve things, they will tell you we're on a fast, whether it's Daniel fast, whether it's a 10-day fast or 30-day fast, and they say they're eating only fruits and vegetables. And those are very high alkaline. We call them high vibrational food, because they come from earth, they come from the source. And you find that you become alert. Like if there's a book you want to write now and you've been struggling, go on a plant-based diet for at least 7 days. You just see how alert you are, how amazing, how healthy. You can heal yourself. There's a book by Louise Hayes on how it is about, you can heal your life. So buy that book. You can expand more on this knowledge that I'm sharing. So read. So it's important that you read labels as well. So I think I'll make it another live in terms of that. So if you want to do something, or you have been sick, you've been to doctors, you've been on medication, so I would like you to try something new. So be on water and eat just fruits and vegetables, raw food for a week, and tell me how you're feeling. You'll be so amazed. You'll tell me some other ailments are gone and all that. Because with what is happening, you find that our lifestyles have changed. and the food are changing. Like I used to complain that I felt like I was very poor when I was young because we used to eat pap and spinach or moroch and all that, and I felt like and then when I grew up I started eating the wrong stuff, and I could see, if you look at my timeline of how I've ballooned gone through my being big and all that, because that is how I used to numb my pain. I was, because being an introvert, I'm someone who couldn't even express herself, and having gone through the transformation coaching journey, I can, and I also got coaches to still help me with other issues that I have. So it's quite important that you find the help and you also express yourself as well, and that will help you to have amazing life. And what can you do in terms of your food? So also reading labels, understanding food, look at what food is, and listening to your body. And for meals, you can plan meals, and you can be mindful of the scale, because the scale we like. And remember, we are designed differently. Don't compare yourself to someone else. You don't know how they were, how their genes are, how their DNA is, how their digestive system is, and what they grew up, what were they eating when they're growing up. So do this by yourself and get the guidance. You can get a guidance from a dietitian in terms of how to eat healthy. You can also go to your doctor as well, your GP, and then they can refer you to another person can help you in terms of your food. And you can come to me. For me, before we even started on a diet, I need to understand what is making you gain weight, what is it you're numbing. We address that. Once we have addressed that, we can look at the external, using all the products and whatever to make you look amazing. And with those products, you need to know what is in there, because you need to know what you're ingesting in your body. So that is quite important. So fasting is quite key. If you are ready, once a month I do a 3-day water fast. I used to do it weekly. I want to go back to that. And I was so alert, I was so energetic. And even with us in our house, like even with the pandemic, what we did, we created our own concoction, which is we drank it as an immune booster, which is your bay leaves, which is the lemon and the cinnamon sticks, and the ginger and the garlic. So you pour that into warm water, into hot water, and then after a while you can also add some honey. So we drank that. And with us as well, we rarely use our medical aid. We normally use it to go to specialists. And even now, there's still over 20,000 rand in our medical aid because of healthy eating, minding what we eat as well. I'm not saying we don't eat junk. My kids love junk, but they eat moderately as well, and they're quite aware. And we're always having fruits, because that is another powerful thing that you can do. I remember when I joined, it was the 100 Days to Change Your Life. It was run by another Coach Pell. She's a fitness person, and she helps you to, she can also train you. She does it online. If you need the details, let me know. So there we were learning on how to eat healthy, because at times to start a new diet is it's very scary. You feel like you can't do it. That's why you always need a coach in everything that you do. You need someone to hold your hand when you're, because changing a habit is not easy. That's why you need someone to remind you and start rewiring you. So in terms of that, I learned also how to eat properly, how to eat junk properly. So let me share. Are you waiting? So so I had to learn how to eat junk. So you can eat junk, and you realize after a while, because as you're healing, you're understanding what is making you numb. Because like me, I crave chocolate because I had a magnesium deficient, which I wasn't aware, and I learned throughout this journey that I wasn't aware. And then also other people crave salts. So cravings are not normal. It just shows your body it's missing something. So I learned to still eat my chocolate nicely. So it meant drinking water and having fruits. So always have fruits and raw vegetables in your house. I'll just share why the raw vegetables. So drink water, have a glass of water, eat a fruit, and then have your chocolate or your junk, which is a sweet. And then it helps with the digestion because our bodies are inside, they are more acidic. So what makes us sick is more acidic food, and those, and what happens in our body when it gets digested, it creates sulfur and phosphorus. And when you eat raw high plant-based material, you get a lot of calcium, sodium, and it's easier to digest food. So I had that. So it was digestion as much as I'm not. So I'm training my mind that I'm still not okay. So it's basically using the 80-20 principle. I'm still not following, but I'm there. And then after a while, after a month, I didn't crave chocolate. And then when I start craving, there's something that I'm trying to suppress. Maybe I might have been triggered by something which I've never dealt with. Because when you start your transformation and your healing journey, it doesn't end there. When you remove one layer, it's like having a wound where which you have been closing with different plasters. So when you start removing the plasters, you get triggered by other things, and I have to sit down and understand what is triggering me. Why am I feeling this way? And being mindful and being conscious of what is happening to you is quite important. So basically what you do, you get water, you have your fruit, and then you can have your chocolate or your chips or whatever. So it's easier. You can, even you don't feel fatigue, because sometimes when you're craving something, you'll crave it, and then after that it just kills you, it just kills your system. Like for me, I eat meat either twice a week or once a week, and I eat it just because I want to eat it. And also I know I'm O plus, and I know you can eat plant based, but one has learned to eat meat. So there are days when I want to eat meat like liver to balance my iron as well. So I'll eat it, but after that, I'll just go into a deep sleep because my body's not used to this, and it's. And then I went like, why am I inflicting this pain on myself? So that's why it happens once a week, just to see, okay, I'm still alive. But it's not a nice feeling just to doze off because my family is so used to it now. They'll know, she's just gonna die. And with my family, you find that when they eat bread, oh, they just have that slump of sleeping. So when you do that on how to eat junk properly, it helps you. And then how do you, let's say you're on this journey, you're listening to me, and you say, I'm not ready to be on a diet. I don't have time to see a coach, and at the moment I can't. So what you can do, because it's easier when food enters a highly alkaline body. And you might say other fruits are acidic and all that, but when they enter the body, they're not acidic. It's easier they become alkaline. So what do you do before you eat a meal? And you've seen at restaurant, when you go to a restaurant, you find a couple, a family ordering green salad, into like really green salad before anything. So it's eating, when you eat a raw food, which is your carrot or your cucumber or your lettuce. So you're creating an alkaline base in your body so that the residue is easier. So when the food comes, which is processed because it's highly acidic, it's easier to digest. So that is what you can do. And you, when you start doing that, you'll feel much better. It's easier because also before you sleep, you need at least 3 hours for your body to digest. And if you don't do that, it becomes an issue. And then you might say, yeah, a late person who works late. I work late because my brain works so very well if I want to work on a project or design a course or write something. Like after 10, I can sleep at 3 a.m. So you can have fruits like these ones and just eat them because it's easier to digest, and they won't be heavy. So they're quite alkaline. So it will help you to do that. So that is what I'll suggest that you do. Take care of your health. And if you're listening to this and you're feeling not okay, you still don't have a good relationship with food, so book a coaching session. Let me help you so that you live a better life, so that you are able to exercise, so that you're able to stick on a fitness regime and being true and congruent with yourself. Because if you don't prioritize yourself, there's no one who's going to prioritize you. And this body, it's yours. And this is the only thing that we have whilst we're still here on earth. And we need to take care of it the best way that we can. And you might be feeling fatigue. You feel like you can't wake up. So reach out. Let me help you. Let's start helping you to be energized. Let's start helping you to be amazing person. So you can reach out to me on 061. That one is the Enabler Solutions WhatsApp number. So we'll be able to come back to you and set up the meeting. So it's different from the T. So it's 061 518 3208. And then when you write, just say mindful eating so that you are able to know who we're talking about, because we get a lot of requests and we get a lot of messages, so that you don't go like, she said I should write this, and they don't even know me. But you need to mention what is your name if you are not already one of our clients, and then you say what your issue, then you can book which is at a fee as well, that service. So I encourage you, because if you want to change your life, you need to change your life holistically. And that is what we do in Enabler Solutions. We look at your holistic life. So, as much as we heal how you are eating, your mind, also your energy, because we provide energy healing, and also looking at your finances, because your finances run your whole show. So, that is what we do. And in future, you'll come to a retreat center where you'll be able to book yourself away for a week, and we take good care of you. So it's something that you're working on. So I encourage you to prioritize your health, to take care of yourself, and time to numb your pain with food, with alcohol, with being busy and other things. It has to end. You need to prioritize yourself, because you're an amazing person. You are a great being, and you've got talents and gifts that you need to share with the world, that you've got solutions to problems that the world needs. And if you're in your pain, if you're in your traumas and you don't address them, you won't be able to reach that greatness that you have within you. And that is, I'm here to help you, to be your accountability partner, so that you can reach that. Thank you. Also remember to share and to tag your friends who you believe will need to hear this and to have better lives. So I'll see you again next week on Wednesday. So this was Wellness Wednesday. So we'll share, be on the lookout. And then every Monday we issue a geek guide, so that you're aware of what we'll be talking about, so that you you save the date and you create reminders. So do that. And I wish you all the best in everything that you're doing. You might be going through the most at the moment, but just remember you're loved by your Creator, and just reach out for help. Help is readily available. So you're never alone. Remember that. And thank you so much for tuning in and being part of this. And also share what was your aha moment, what is your key takeaways, and other topics that you desire that I share on Wellness Wednesday. Do let me know, so that I can prepare and come and share with you guys. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your evening or your day if you're listening to this. And for those who'll be listening to this later, just type replay, so that we are aware. And remember to like and subscribe in my YouTube and also my other social media accounts. Thank you.